worn and weary people whispered ancient longing cries. But in a humble stable where the shadows touched the straw, a child of endless wonder came to heal the broken law.
And heaven bent to listen as his tiny cry began, for the maker of all majesty was held in mortal hands.
On the night the carols came to life, every sorrow broke beneath the light. Angels sang and stars began to rise. Love was born before the nation's eyes. Hope returned and peace dissolved all strife. On the night the carols came to life. The shepherds watched the quiet hills ignite with brilliant flame, a multitude of angels crying out the Savior's name. They ran with trembling footsteps to the cradle small and bare, to find the Lord of ages wrapped in heaven's tender care. And wise men crossed the endless sands with treasures from afar, for prophecy and promise shone within the newborn star.
You free.
He hears the tears you never speak.
He guards the wounded and the weak.
His tiny hands, his whispered breath would one day triumph over death. Oh, hear him whisper through your strife, my child. My love will be your love. Let the heavens thunder with their praise. Let the nations lift their tear-stained gaze. For the child who lay beneath the star still heals the broken from afar. Lift your voice, let every heart unite. On the night the carols came to life,
Winter winds were whispering through a world grown cold with fear. 1,000 years of silent nights cried, Lord, art thou still near? The prophet's ancient promises lay waiting to unfold, and all the earth was holding on to tales the elders told. The night was dim with sorrow as the stars began to fade, but then a gentle brilliance rose where heaven's fire was laid. The shepherds felt the trembling sky, their hearts began to cope, for heaven rode across the dark. The world remembers hope.
The shadows bowed before him as eternity drew near. The Lord of all creation came to soothe the mortal fear. Oh, return of hope. Oh, hear the sound of mercy falling soft like newborn light. A child who came to lift the world from everlasting night. Let every weary soul arise, let doubting hearts elope, for heaven touched the earth with grace when the world remembered hope. The child of promise,
The cattle breathed around him
as the cold began to break,
and Mary held the Holy One
the stars could not forsake.
Joseph felt the Spirit burn like fire in winter's chest.
For God had stepped into the world, a weary world now blessed. The wise men crossed the desert as the star began to climb. A melody of destiny, a prophecy through time. They bowed before the infant king, their tears a sacred rope, for heaven taught their trembling souls how they could cling to hope.
He came to calm the restless waves, to heal the unseen ache.
He came to shine on broken hearts and set the world awake. Oh, Bethlehem's cry of hope, oh, hear the bells of mercy echo gently through the night. A Savior born for every soul who longs for guiding light. Lift up your eyes to Bethlehem, let sorrow learn to cope, for heaven changed the world forever when the world remembered hope. And still a star is shining through 1,000 years of pain, a lantern for the lost at sea, a refuge in the rain. The ancient carols carry forth the truth the angel spoke. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel. Still teaches hearts to hope.
Bring him all your broken dreams, the ones no words can bind.
For the child who warmed the winter haze still mends the fractured mind. Lift your voice in worship for the miracle of grace. The Savior born in Bethlehem still reigns in every place. Let angels soar, let nations roar, let every burden slope, for heaven healed creation's heart when the world remembered hope. quiet wind was trembling as the winter stars grew dim. A weary world lay waiting for the hope long lost to sin. But in a humble stable where the lanterns whispered light, a child of endless mercy came to chase away the night. And the heavens bowed in silence as his soft cry broke the air. For the God of all creation lay defenseless, small and fair. On the night the world heard heaven weep, every sorrow drifted into sleep. Light descended, wrapped in tender grace. Love was born to kiss the broken place. Hope returned, a promise strong and deep. On the night the world heard heaven weep.
The shepherds watched the sky ignite with angels clothed in fire.
A chorus raised from glory, singing peace to lift the tide. They ran across the hillside with their fears and fragile trust, to kneel before the Holy One who came to ransom dust. And wise men bearing treasures crossed the deserts wide and far, for the voice of ancient prophecy burned brightly in the star. On the night the world heard heaven weep, every sorrow drifted into sleep. Light descended, wrapped in tender grace. Love was born to kiss the broken place. Hope returned, a promise strong and deep. On the night the world heard heaven weep.
Oh, wounded heart,
Behold his face,
the child who came to heal your place.
he knows your grief, he bears your fear.
He came to wipe your every tear.
His tiny hand,
His whispered breath
would one day stand against our death.
Oh, hear him call
Through shadows deep. My child, my love is yours to keep. Tear-worn gaze, for the babe beneath the Bethlehem star still heals the hurting from afar. Rise and sing, let every nation leave. For the night the world heard heaven weep.
And the angels still remember how the darkness lost its hold when the heart of God in Bethlehem turned every night to gold.
Ooh. When the world couldn't sing, the winter night was heavy and the stars forgot their glow. A world beneath its sorrows moved too slowly through the snow. For centuries the prophets cried, a savior soon will reign. But hearts had lost their melody beneath the weight of pain.
Then suddenly the heavens stirred, a trembling filled the sky. A single star began to rise as angels gathered high.
A choir born of glory broke the silence with a ring. For heaven taught the weary earth how it could rise and sing. The darkness bowed before him as the King of light drew near. The God of all creation stepped into a world of fear. When song returned, oh, hear the sound of mercy falling gently over earth. A child who came to lift the world and give the soul its worth. Let every heart awaken, let every tear take wing. For heaven touched the earth with love when the world learned how to sing. The cradle of the song, the cattle breathed around him as their warmth subdued the cold, while Mary held the living song. The prophets long foretold, Joseph bowed in reverence as he felt the echo spring. For God had given earth a voice inside this newborn king.
The wise men crossed the desert sands beneath the guiding star.
Their lanterns dim with weariness from traveling so far. But when they reached the child of light, their souls began to ring. And heaven's tears of joy fell bright when the world began to sing. He came to heal the shattered voice, to mend the heart's refrain. He came to rewrite sorrow's song and break the chains of pain. The song returned, oh, hear the bells of mercy echo softly through the night. A Savior born to every heart that yearns for warmth and light. Lift up your eyes to Bethlehem, let every burden flee. For heaven changed the world forever when the world learned how to sing.
And still his melody survives through centuries of tears. A lantern for the lost at sea, a solace through the years.
The ancient carols whisper still the truth the angels bring. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel still teaches hearts to sing. Bring him all your broken notes, the ones you hide inside.
For the child who warmed the winter haze still restores your voice with pride.
Let creation rise in song, oh, lift your voice in worship for the miracle of grace. The Savior born in Bethlehem still reigns in every place. Let angels soar, let nations roar, let every sorrow flee. For heaven healed creation's heart when the world learned how to sing. waters brush the straw. A child of endless glory breathed, and heaven stood in awe. And the angels bowed in reverence as his gentle cry took flame. For the King who shaped eternity came where shepherds slept in shame. On the night the angel softly called his name, every fear was lifted, every heart reclaimed. Light poured down like mercy from above, filling mortal souls with endless love. Hope returned and nothing stayed the same. On the night the angel softly called his name. The shepherds saw the heavens burst with choirs dressed in fire, a tide of holy wonder filling earth with pure desire. They ran through trembling meadows as the midnight tremors rang, to kneel before the holy child while seraph voices sang. And wise men crossed the distant lands, through wind and darkened flame, for the star that crowned the skyline promised one all hearts would claim. On the night the angel softly called his name, every fear was lifted, every heart reclaimed. Light poured down like mercy from above, filling mortal souls with endless love. Hope returned and nothing stayed the same. On the night the angel softly called his name. A wounded soul beneath the frost, he came to find the hearts long lost. Your quiet tears, your hidden pain, he carries them, he breaks their chain. His tiny hands, his whispered breath would one day conquer sin and death. Oh, hear him call through grief and flame. My child, I know you and I came. Let the heavens thunder with their praise. Let the nations lift their tear-stained gaze. For the babe who lay beneath the stars still heals the broken from afar. Lift your soul, let every heart proclaim. On the night the angel softly called his name. And the angels still remember how the darkness lost its claim when the Lord of all creation let the world behold his name. before the miracle. The winter night was trembling as the silent stars stood still. A world that longed for healing waited softly on the hill. The prophet's ancient promises began to warm the air, and all of heaven leaned to earth to answer every prayer.
The shepherds felt a stirring as a whisper touched the sky. A light broke through the darkness like a tear heaven let fly. A choir wrapped in glory filled the night from depth to breadth, for heaven bowed in reverent awe.
The night it held its breath. The shadows fled before him as the light of worlds drew near. The King of all eternity stepped into human fear. Heaven's breath release. Oh, hear the sound of mercy falling soft across the land. A child who came to lift the weak with gentle holy hands. Let every weary soul arise, let tears be heaven's crest, for heaven touched the earth with love. The night it held its breath. The first breath of the King, the cattle breathed around him, warming hay and humble straw, while Mary held the promised one with trembling tender awe.
Joseph felt the Spirit surge, a truth too deep for death.
For God had placed eternity inside a mortal breath.
From distant lands the wise men came, their lanterns burning low. Their steps were slow with reverence as they walked through falling snow.
They knelt before the newborn King, their hearts in tears confessed that all of heaven paused in joy. The night it held its breath. He came to calm the storms within, to heal the hidden ache. He came to strengthen broken hearts and mend the hearts that break. Bethlehem's breath of hope. Oh, hear the bells of mercy echo softly through the cold. A Savior born for every soul who feels too worn to hold. Lift up your eyes to Bethlehem, let sorrow be addressed, for heaven changed the world forever.
The night it held its breath.
Still remind what angels say. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel still fills the earth with breath. Bring him all your brokenness, the wounds you cannot show, for the child who warmed the winter hay still breathes new life below. When heaven breathed again, oh, lift your voice in worship for the miracle of grace. The Savior born in Bethlehem still reigns in every place. Let angels soar, let nations roar, let it be so, be blessed, for heaven breathed upon the world. The night it held its breath. was trembling as the stars began to rise. A longing born of ages shone in every searching eye. But in a lowly stable where the shadows kiss the hay, a child of endless glory came to chase the dark away. And heaven paused in reverence as his first soft cry became the sound that broke 1,000 years. The world now heard his name. On the night the world first heard his name, every fear surrendered, every heart was changed. Light poured out like morning on the deep. Love was born to wake the world from sleep. Hope returned in mercy's gentle flame. On the night the world first heard his name.
The shepherd saw the quiet sky ignite with heavenly fire, a choir of living angels lifting earth from gloom and mire.
They ran through trembling valleys with their doubts and trembling shame, to kneel before the Prince of Peace and softly speak his name. And wise men crossed the distant lands with gifts, with prayers, with pain, for prophecy had whispered that a king would break every chain. On the night the world first heard his name, every fear surrendered, every heart was changed. Light poured out like morning on the deep. Love was born to wake the world from sleep. Hope returned in mercy's gentle flame. On the night the world first heard his name. Oh, weary soul, lift up your side. He came to end your endless night. Your hidden wounds, your quiet cries have never left his sacred eyes. His tiny hands, his whispered breath would one day triumph over death. Oh, hear him call through joy and pain. My child, I carved you in my name. Let the heavens rise in endless praise. Let the earth lift up its tear-stained gaze. For the child who lay beneath the stars still heals the broken from afar. Raise your voice, let every soul proclaim the holy night the world first heard his name. And the angels still remember how creation bowed in flame when the heart of God in Bethlehem let the world behold his name. By 69, the lullaby that saved the world. A winter night was trembling as the heavens softly swayed. A weary world lay silent where the prophecy was laid. The stars stood still in wonder as a glow began to rise. A lullaby was forming in the heart of midnight skies. The shepherds heard a whisper like a mother's gentle tone, a melody of mercy meant to heal a world undone. They looked and saw the heavens part, where angels bowed and curled, for heaven sang a lullaby the night it saved the world. The shadows fled before him as the light of heaven came. The Lord of all eternity stepped into mortal frame. Heaven's lullaby. Oh, hear the song of mercy drifting softly through the cold. A child who came to lift the weak together, young and old. Let every trembling heart be stilled, let every fear be heard, for heaven touched the earth with peace the night it saved the world. Mary's gentle worship the cattle breathed around him as they warmed the sacred hay, and Mary sang a quiet hymn. And Mary sang a quiet hymn no tongue could quite portray. Her voice was soft as starlight as she held the King of grace. For God had wrapped salvation's song inside a baby's face. The wise men came in reverence as their lanterns kissed the snow. Their weary steps were softened by the star's celestial glow. They knelt before the newborn King as tears of joy unfurled, for heaven cradled hope anew the night it saved the world. He came to calm the breaking heart, to mend the deepest ache. He came to lift the lost again, to heal the souls that break. Bethlehem's eternal song. Oh, hear the bells of mercy echo softly through the moon. Oh, a Savior born for every soul, now held within his hand. Lift up your eyes to Bethlehem, let every grief be curled, for heaven changed the world forever the night it saved the world. And still his lullaby remains through centuries of tears, a lantern for the lonely heart, a comfort through the years. The ancient hymns that echo still remind of love unfurled. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel still sings to all the world. Bring him all your hidden wounds, the ones you fear to show. For the child who warmed the winter hay still whispers, peace, be still. I know. Let the world sing again. Oh, lift your voice in worship for the miracle of grace. The Savior born in Bethlehem still reigns in every place. Let angels soar, let nations roar, let every fear be whirled, for heaven breathed its healing song the night it saved the world.
The midnight sky was trembling as the frost lay on the earth. A world in silent sorrow longed for hope to find rebirth. But in a quiet stable where the lanterns faintly gleamed, the promised King of Ages came, just as the prophets dreamed. And heaven bowed in reverence when his tiny heartbeat stirred, for the voice that formed creation spoke without a single word. On the night the carols fell from heaven's throne, every weary spirit felt they weren't alone. Light poured out in glory from above, wrapping all the world in endless love. Hope returned where sorrow once had grown. On the night the carols fell from heaven's throne.
The shepherds saw the silent hills ignite with holy light, 1,000 singing angels breaking darkness with delight. They ran across the cold hillside with their fear and trembling breath, to bow before the child whose birth would conquer sin and death. And wise men crossed the desert winds through hardship, loss, and flame, for ancient whispers led them to the babe with newborn fame.
On the night the carols fell from heaven's throne, every weary spirit felt they weren't alone. Light poured out in glory from above, wrapping all the world in endless love. Hope returned where sorrow once had grown. On the night the carols fell from heaven's throne. Oh, broken heart, lift up your gaze. He came to wipe your endless haze. Your hidden wounds, your silent cries have never left his watchful eyes. His tiny hands, his gentle sigh would one day teach the world to fly. Oh, hear him whisper through your pain, my child, you'll never weep in vain. Let the heavens thunder with their song. Let the weary world know they belong. For the child beneath the Bethlehem star still heals the wounded from afar. Lift your voice, let every soul be drawn to the night the carols fell from heaven's throne.
And the angels still remember, as all ages have been told, how the night grew warm with glory when the newborn King shone gold.
a silence too heavy to hold. The winter night was breathless as the stars refused to shine. A world grown tired of waiting crossed the edge of God's design.
The prophet's ancient promises lay trembling in the air, and all of heaven held its peace to answer mortal prayer. The shepherds felt the stillness as creation seemed to freeze. A holy hush from ages past was carried on the breeze. Then suddenly the skies burned bright with fire from realms divine, for angels broke the silence with a song outside of time. The darkness bowed before him as eternity drew near. The King of heaven entered earth to cast away all fear. The break in the silence, oh, hear the roar of glory pouring down the midnight sky. A child who came to heal the world and teach the soul to fly. Let every burdened heart arise, let tears and worship shine. For heaven touched the earth with truth the night it broke the line. The child who ended the silence, the cattle breathed around him as the manger warmed the cold, while Mary held the ancient one the prophets long foretold. Joseph felt the Spirit burn like thunder in his chest, for God had clothed redemption in a newborn's needed rest. The wise men crossed the barren lands beneath the guiding star, their lanterns dim with weariness from traveling afar. They knelt before the Holy Child and felt the truth align, that heaven shattered silence to reveal a love divine. He came to lift the broken heart, to calm the storms within. He came to heal the wounded soul and cleanse the world of sin. Bethlehem's cry of glory, oh, hear the bells of mercy echo gently through the night. A Savior born for every soul who longs for perfect light. Lift up your eyes to Bethlehem, let every sorrow pine, for heaven changed the world forever the night it broke the line. And still his anthem thunders through 1,000 years of grief, a refuge for the hopeless heart, a whisper of relief. The ancient hymns remind us of the truth the angels sign. Glory to God in the highest, still breaks the world's decline. Bring him all your hidden fears, the wounds you dare not speak, for the child who warmed the winter haze still strengthens every week. Let the whole earth hear it, oh, lift your voice in worship, for the miracle of grace, the Savior born in Bethlehem, still reigns in every place. Let angels soar, let nations roar, let faith in hearts refine, for heaven healed creation's heart the night it broke the line. was draped in stillness. As the stars refused to stir, a world bowed down by centuries forgot what hope once were. The prophets whispered promises lay hanging in the air, and all creation waited for a cry to break despair. The shepherds fell to trembling as the silence turned to light. A sudden blaze of glory split the fabric of the night, and angels burst in majesty no mortal tongue could say. For heaven leaned to listen when the child first breathed the day. The darkness bowed before him as the Holy One drew near. The King of all eternity stepped into mortal fear. Heaven awakened, oh hear the cry of heaven rising through the winter air. A child who came to lift the world from sorrow and despair. Let every weary heart rejoice, let broken souls draw near. For heaven touched the earth with love the night the cry was heard. Time, the cattle breathed around him as they warmed the sacred straw, while Mary held the living light with trembling hands of awe. Joseph felt the Spirit move like thunder in his chest, for God had wrapped eternity within a child at rest. The wise men crossed the desert sands with lanterns burning low, but each small step was guided by the star's celestial glow. They knelt before the newborn King and felt all fear deferred, for heaven shook the world with peace the night the cry was heard. He came to calm the storms within, to bind the wounds that ache. He came to lift the crushed in spirit, all for mercy's sake. Bethlehem's holy cry, oh hear the bells of glory echo softly in the frost. A Savior born to gather back the lonely and the lost. Lift up your eyes to Bethlehem, let every pain be stirred, for heaven changed the world forever the night the cry was heard. The cry that still echoes and still is cry is echoing through centuries of tears. A comfort for the wandering soul, a hope for all our years. The ancient carols testify the truth the angels shared. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel, God's love is still declared. So bring him all your burdens now, the ones you never show, for the child who warmed the winter hay still whispers, come, I know. Let all creation rise, oh lift your voice in worship for the miracle of grace. The Savior born in Bethlehem, grace still reigns in every place. Let angels soar, let nations roar, let every heart be stirred, for heaven healed creation's heart the night the cry was heard. 1,000 hopes lay buried neath the shadows drawing near. But in a lowly manger where the lanterns faintly glow, the child of ancient promise came to lift the heavy load. And heaven hushed in reverence when his newborn cry unfurled. For the hands that shaped eternity had entered mortal world.
On the night the carol came that saved the world, every fear was broken, every heart uncurled.
Light came rushing like a river pure, healing wounds no so could long endure. Hope returned as heaven's plan unfurled.
On the night the carol came that saved the world.
The shepherd saw the midnight sky ignite with holy flame, a choir of shining angels calling softly on his name. They ran across the trembling hills to find the newborn king, and tears fell down like jewels as they heard the heavens sing. And wise men crossed the weary sands, through storms, through loss, through pain. For prophecy had whispered that this child would break each chain. On the night the carol came that saved the world, every fear was broken, every heart uncurled. Light came rushing like a river pure, healing wounds no so could long endure. Hope returned as heaven's plan unfurled. On the night the carol came that saved the world. Oh, broken heart, behold his face. He came to fill your empty place, your silent cries, your deepest ache. He came to heal, he came to break. His tiny hands, his gentle breath would one day rise and conquer death. Oh, hear him call through grief and pain. My child, I suffered for your gain. Let the heavens thunder with their praise. Let the nations lift their tear-stained gaze. For the child beneath the Bethlehem star still heals the wounded from afar. Raise your voice, let every soul be heard. Sing the carol that forever saved the world.